One of the star performers is joining me live. Gaurav Gogoi is with us. Welcome, Gaurav. Congratulations first up.
Thank you very much, Preeti.
Gaurav, I'm going to walk right back to our election intelligence dashboard, and I want to just cut across to Gaurav's constituency. Jorhat, Assam, the Congress has won 3 seats, and Jorhat has been the seat of Gaurav Gogoi, who has won it emphatically with a margin of over a lakh and a half nearly. Gaurav, congratulations. But my first question, you know it was a tough road. Many a times you'd also gone on and said it's like Abhimanyu, and there's a Chakravyuh around it and you needed to break the Chakravyuh. You've broken it. Congratulations, Gaurav.
Thank you very much. I must give all the credit to the people of Assam, to the people of Jorhat. I've often heard this in many parts of the country, that it was not a person fighting the election or a political party fighting the election. It was the people. It was the Indian people who fought this election, and they voted against arrogance. They voted against money politics. They voted against this kind of authoritarian politics that the BJP practices. And in an election where in most seats the polling percentage went down, I must say, Preeti, I feel very proud. In Jorhat, our polling percentage went up by close to 1.5–2 percentage points. And that was largely due to first-time voters, people who lived outside of Assam, who went back to Assam taking leave from their work on the day of voting. And it was this resurgence amongst the people that propelled me towards victory. And that's why I owe everything to them. And I must say, with a tinge of regret, that I only wish my late father was here, because this was his hometown, this was his home constituency. In fact, he began his parliamentary career from Jorhat, and I must say that even though he is not with me physically, I did feel his presence, and it was his memory and his blessings that pushed me forward in a very tough election.
Well, I'm sure, Gaurav, wherever he's there, he's smiling down at you, on you. Gaurav, the fact is, this was a constituency which was made as a personal battle of the sitting Chief Minister of Assam. You had Himanta Biswa Sarma, who spent many nights in Jorhat, practically fighting the election for the BJP. It wasn't an easy battle.
Well, not at all. In fact, they even poached some key members of the Congress party, some key ex-MLAs from this Lok Sabha. But, you know, I'm prepared for a BJP style of campaign. I know now very well what are parts of BJP campaign. And those are money, those are poaching, those are threats, those are derogatory language. And therefore, I knew that what I had to do was to pose an alternative to the people. I had to come forward with principles. I had to come forward with a vision. I had to come forward with a dignified politics. I had to come up with a refined sense of language. And I had to be participatory and open so that people could come in and take ownership of this campaign. And that's why I feel that even though the Chief Minister was here day in, day out, I felt his presence and his style of campaigning only benefited me. I only wish in the future that he keeps coming to Jorhat, because the way he campaigns is the perfect counterfoil to my style of campaign. And his political campaigning only benefits me. And the ministers that he sent, I must say, his ministers were my star campaigners, because the way they were campaigning only shifted more BJP voters away from the BJP towards the Congress camp. So I owe my victory in part to the Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, and few of his cabinet ministers.
But the fact is, Gaurav, that the Congress has won only 3 seats in the state of Assam. There's a lot more work to do as a party to actually, revive the party in Assam. But do you see any green shoots at all this time? And do you think you'd be able to bolster that?
Well, absolutely, because even in the national outcome has played a role in Assam. The fact that overall our Congress seats have come up, the fact that we've done well in Maharashtra, Rajasthan, the fact that we've done well in Uttar Pradesh, all of that has an impact, not only just the results of Assam, but the entire national outcome has had a huge benefit and has really boosted the morale of the Congress party and the supporters. And I must say, Preeti, bear in mind what has happened in the Northeast also. Rahul Gandhi started his Bharat Joro Nyaya Yatra from Manipur. We won both the seats in Manipur. His Bharat Joro Yatra after Manipur went to Nagaland. We won in Nagaland. Even his Bharat Joro Nyaya Yatra went to Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, the chief minister's own sister lost, and a Congress candidate won in Tura Lok Sabha. And of course, in Assam, the seat where I have won from, Jorhat, the last time we won Jorhat was in 2009. So after 2009, we have managed to bring about Jorhat after so many years. And I must say that's why the Northeast, you must study the role of Northeast in this national
okay.
polls.
But, Gaurav, you see green shoots in Manipur, both seats taken by the Congress, you winning Jorhat. Now, the fact is, there's always a question that is raised on the Congress, that after the election is done, the Congress goes back to its own lazy ways. Will that change? While the BJP keeps at it. So if there has to be revival of the Congress, then it has to be a constant process that begins now.
Preeti, I must say, I must push back here. I think what needs to change is the media perception of the Congress party. The media perception of the Congress party is still stuck in the pre-2014. We hear the same narrative from the media when it comes to Rahul Gandhi. Will Rahul Gandhi stay? Will Rahul Gandhi go? Rahul Gandhi needs to do a Padayatra. Rahul Gandhi, does a Padayatra. Then again, the media raises the same narrative that he is not serious. He doesn't raise the right issues. But you saw the issues that he raised about protecting the constitution, protecting democracy. That was fundamental to the mindset of the people when they were voting. Democracy and constitution became buzzwords when young people were voting. So I think,
Gaurav, the true test of the pudding is always where the electorate is concerned. You can blame the media, Gaurav, but it's always the electorate. But this time around, after your showing across the country, there is credit that is being given to the Congress, but questions will be asked. Will the Congress be able to carry on the momentum it has achieved right now in this election? And I ask you right now, Gaurav, while you speak, there's a meeting going on in the national capital where the India Alliance is concerned. Why is it that right now the alliance is, what you're saying is that we're going to wait and watch? There's no acceptance that we'll sit in the opposition. Clearly the numbers are not with you, yet there's no acceptance that, okay, we're going to do our job as the opposition. Is there something that the India Alliance feels that they can do now?
Preeti, you have all the right to ask your questions, and I have all the right to answer the way I feel it is appropriate.
Of course.
But I must say it is your colleagues in India today who, if BJP were in a similar position and they managed to somehow topple a government in Arunachal, or even despite having lower numbers, if they form the government in Manipur, if they form the government in Goa, they would say, wow, it's a masterstroke. For certain anchors in India today, numbers doesn't matter as long as politics and real politics matters. And for some it does. So I don't know who I'm addressing. Am I addressing India Today or am I addressing Preeti Chaudhary? But let us say in politics, all options are possible. In politics, everything is possible. In this, we must understand that the intention of the people was to strengthen the opposition, to strengthen the India Alliance. And therefore, I think we'll be only doing justice if we do our best to maximize people's voice and expand the principles of democracy in the new parliament.
The fact is, Gaurav, you can take out your anger at the media and you can say what you have to. We are giving you your due right now because we see the numbers on the board. The fact that you have 2 seats in Manipur after the Congress stood up where Manipur was concerned, a huge part of the yatra of Rahul Gandhi passed through Manipur. But I want to ask you, you bring up the question of, there was a lot that Himanta Biswa Sarma did in your own constituency which helped you. The ministers or his band of ministers which stayed put in Jorhat helped you. What was it that they did that helped you?
Preeti, first of all, I'm not angry. Please do not take it as anger. I'm smiling. I'm just calling a spade a spade.
So am I, Gaurav.
You have the right to call a spade in your question, and so do I. So I'm not angry at the media. It's my very objective discussion. I'm smiling. I'm quite happy with the results both nationally and in my Lok Sabha. I have no reason to be angry. But I must say that people of India are fed up with this kind of politics of just doing Hindu-Muslim, of just using derogatory language against political opponents, of threatening people if they turn up for rallies of the Congress party, by inducting Congress
so you're saying,
people
Gaurav,
at
that
the last minute inside BJP.
the narrative of Himanta Biswa Sarma and yours was very different, and his narrative was counterproductive, and that's what helped you. That's what you're saying. Was this personal, Gaurav? Was this personal, where you went into a battle where you're directly possibly facing off, even though he wasn't on the ticket, but the CM himself?
Well, let me just complete my previous answer. So all those things that people are fed up was exactly the kind of campaign that the Chief Minister and the BJP practiced in my Lok Sabha, and therefore I managed to put forward a very credible alternative. And it is absolutely personal, but not personal against anybody. It's personal because I entered politics with the vision to develop my state of Assam. I entered politics to preserve the composite culture of Assam. I entered politics because I feel that young people in Assam need employment much more, because industry is not as active and as present as it should be, as it is in Gurgaon. So I am very personal, but I'm personal about politics, and I take Assam and its future very seriously.
All right, you take Assam's future very seriously, but, I know there's euphoria in the Congress, and there should be, because you haven't had this kind of showing in a decade now. But, Gaurav, is there acceptance? Because it's not that you've toppled the government. It's still the BJP, and the cumulative figure of the BJP is still more than you all put together where the India Alliance is concerned. So there's a long road to go.
Preeti, again, I'm not being angry at you, but it's quite a judgmental and a loaded question, right? So if I take, even if I answer seriously, would be to give that question a lot of respect, which I don't feel it deserves. I think it's a very loaded question. There's a lot of assumptions in your question. And I think the media, after seeing Rahul Gandhi doing 2 yatras, needs to stop asking questions of the Congress party if we take our role seriously or not.
You say it's a loaded question, but, Gaurav, many would say that this is what it is right now, because the BJP is now standing at a number, and your showing is admirable, and that's the reason we have you here, and as an opposition, and I think the country hopes that there's going to be a strong, robust opposition, and for the first time we have one. So that's a good thing. That's a win-win situation. But I thank you. I hope you'd be less angry the next time you join us. It's a good day, Gaurav, for you. I hope your father's very, very proud wherever he is.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we're only here to strengthen democracy and strengthen people's voice.
Congratulations. We'll see you.